We're theoretically live now. Unfortunately, this is very full screen. Inconveniently so. So.
Yeah, so you can't see a chat.
Yeah, so I'm figuring out chat over here on the second computer. And how about that? I got it working.
Makes me think old school Warcraft 3. So there's something about the color choice, the bobbing. I get old school corn feel from this.
Well, I think we should start by customizing our character. Oh, Professor Oak asking. Size? Well, obviously, the bigger you are, the better a shopkeep you are, right?
Definitely. Yes, my lord? No, my lord.
And the wider means you're more successful as well.
Yes, master. I'm sorry, I get Warcraft 5's big.
Do you have your phone? Are we able to share this on the Discord?
Okay.
That's all it's saying to me. Oh, look at the hairstyles. We got some funny ones here.
For a moment there, I thought he'd gone...
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that feels like a main character.
For a moment there, I thought he'd gone full furry. Like just a wolfman or something.
I kind of like the big old... Oh, wait. Facial features! Check out these facial features. Yep, that's a facial... That's a pretty nice stash! But something's missing.
It's odd, dude. It's starting to look more and more like Markiplier with the Wharf stash.
Oh, man. There's no beer! Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. We're perfect now. We've got everything. Wait, there's one way to make this more perfect.
Nope.
Yes!
Oh, no.
Yes! She is magnificent!
What Hadriex has been looking for all these years.
I think this is the right kind of... Yeah, that's about right.
When he kisses her, he's going to get all scratchy and itchy.
I mean... you can never have too much beard, but this has that kind of pointy shape that seems to match the point on the hair. Yes. I need some... Can we have some extremely unnatural colors, please? Whatever. One color's as good as another. Any last changes we should make? I think she should wear red pants. No, the golden pantaloons. Red. Do we look like a merchant yet? How's this? Have I made the colors scrambled enough yet? Disjointed enough.
Yeah.
Oh!
Just everything looks bizarre.
Hat!
You got a bunch of clashing colors.
Unhat. Where's the make the hat go away? I like the hair. It's not the worst hat, but I wish I had more choices. Would this make it better?
No.
What's a color scheme that would make sense?
Well, you either want cool colors or warm colors, and right now you got both.
So what goes with yellow?
Well, other warm colors.
Is that right?
A bit better. You got yellow, brown. I guess I make the hat orange.
The hat orange.
Yeah, kind of an autumn theme going.
Okay.
Brown, yellow, orange, red.
Well, I can't help the boots, apparently. That's the one thing I can't recolor for some reason. We have some options for hair color. There you go. Now she looks like she's been around for a bit. She's not new to this whole, shopkeeper thing.
Continues.
Alright, I guess we're good. Yeah.
I'm convinced. That's a shopkeeper I buy from. She's wearing her discount hat, her discount fake mustache, her discount fake...
She's beautiful.
Only the best products.
What is this thing called?
Haligatha?
What?
Haligatha? I don't know.
Haligatha?
You need to actually...
Like that?
I had an H in there, but if you want to put a P at the beginning, sure, why not? Okay, an H.
Caligula.
Sure.
It sounds almost like Caligula.
It was Hulligatha, but whatever.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we have created Caligula. She is ready for business. A new merchant. Yes, I was expecting this to walk up to me.
Rome from her.
Huh?
You're gonna buy the sacking of Rome from her?
Yes. I will. My camera froze. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. It's very full screen, and it's a problem. Oh, shit. Wow, my camera really froze. Whoa! Amazing. I don't think I've seen it completely break like that in,
No time to blip it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Schneider, it found you.
Did it? I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's broke. Oh, well, broken camera today. Today's broken camera day. I can't even get chat on.
Did you turn it off?
Yeah, I just turned it off.
Oh,
I mean, it's not working. I don't know why. This game has broken my camera.
Aha. Caligula's first victim has been
I
spotted.
am Owen, the Elder. Let me take you to your new shop. There's lots to do to get it back in working order. Did I buy it, or are you giving it to me?
Does every character look ugly?
Your connection to the server was lost. Please reconnect to continue playing. Bullshit! I don't need connection to a server.
I like how his head is bigger than the rest of his body.
Oh, dear.
I'm more focused on the gas.
Hold on a second. Okay, we're streaming at 60 FPS. Yes, we definitely have a working internet connection because we're live streaming.
I think his ugliness and Caligula combined.
Oh, I wanted Caligula's great adventure.
Caligula has nuked the server.
Well, looks like I've beaten the game.
Apparently.
Yep, I've played everything that was available.
Caligula standing in the pile of gold there.
There's like nothing I can do. It's like, oh, sorry, screw you. I hate the always online thing. What the hell?
First it ate your camera, now it ate your game.
Yeah, our game is so broken. Oh, shit. How do I even undo this? Anyway, whatever.
Alt Control Delete, Task Manager, you know?
But then the world will see my Task Manager. And who knows what they'll learn from it. Why, they'll learn that I'm playing NGU Industries and Idling to Rule the Gods is open. I wouldn't want them to know things like that. Oh my gosh, I used Chrome. And I used everything.
You could, I hate when people use everything.
And now they can see all my games. Okay, what was it called? Shop Titans? Yes.
Yes, you can try a second time.
Yeah. If this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna have to shut the stream down and make a new game. Right, no! Caligula!
We'll just hit play now.
We've lost you! Okay, fine, but I have to at least do this.
Okay, good enough.
No, it's not. Not until I've got, this.
Okay, good enough. We don't want to spend 15 minutes for it to say reject you again.
Oh, it remembers the name, but it couldn't remember what she looked like.
Yep, blah, blah.
That's not the cowlick hair. Alright, here goes. And... Oh, great! Now Caligula's got the wrong hairstyle and the wrong color.
The game is an art critic. It just said, cannot pass. Will not accept this art.
Will not accept this character.
Caligula was just too clashing, too ugly.
Oh, it's been here for a while. Ooh, silk! Look at all this silk on the ground. We can start weaving.
Waiting for it to kick you out when you're
Look at it!
I'm waiting for it to get half an hour to the game and it kicks you out. Lost internet connection. So this
rack could use a good dusting. It should be kind of like Massateer, only I think it's an idle game.
Okay, reciteer. An idling reciteer. Just what
I think
reciteer
so.
needed.
Yeah.
She wasn't idling around enough.
Click on the bubble. Good morning! You're the new merchant, ain't ya? I brought my hammer into your shop for no reason. By the way, it's Mjolnir that I used for hammering everything.
Man, the art just bugs me. I keep thinking StarCraft and Warcraft 3.
Thanks for the sword.
With all these general poses.
God, give it a shot. What? Craft? Oh, you gave me the recipe. Oh.
It's kind of like when you look at Google and you see that art style and you're like, why do I see that everywhere?
Google's art style is horrible. This is...
Well, no, it's not that bad, but
okay.
it's not... I'm not calling it ugly. I'm just
this isn't the cyclopean horror that is Google art.
No, I'm not calling the art style ugly. I'm just saying I've seen it before, like 4 or 5 times. It irritates me that I've seen the style before. It looks like so generic, so borrowed. Okay. I mean, sometimes you understand it when it's the same company making a game, but it's really weird when it's a bunch of different companies.
There's probably some community assets and engine that are just...
I'm looking at all the character models. All the character models have a very particular style of scene.
Wow.
If I pull up other models, I'll show you later, and you go, yeah, these do look very similar.
Like, I have to have a mannequin to put armor on.
Sort of like when you go to Splatoon looks very unique. Doesn't look like anything else. Its sequel series, the one with the ninjas.
What? There's a sequel to Splatoon?
Or there's a Splatoon,
Isn't there
and Splatoon,
Splatoon 2?
Yeah, I didn't mean to say sequel, but it's another franchise by the same team. It's it had ninjas. Same art style. That's to be expected. As soon as I saw the trailer, like, that's Splatoon. It's because it's the same company. That makes sense that they have the same style. But every once in a while, the style just goes like mimetic or something, and everybody steals and uses it. And right now, these models look less. Like, this looks more... I've not seen it quite like this, but every time they're large, it looks so... Like I've seen it before, and it bugs me. Such minor things bug me.
I'm not allowed to move around or choose what I put down.
You are not allowed. I want your arm.
You received 5 gems. I guess that customers gave me 5 gemstones, or just found them lying on the floor, maybe? Alright. Tailor blueprints acquired.
So if this was an anime, that'd clearly be a villain. Look at that! That is a villain in the making. I don't trust her.
She's my romantic rival for the blacksmith with Mjolnir.
That one
Obviously.
Obviously.
See, but he's gonna end up with her because we've got the same kind of beard. Mutual attraction is assured.
Yes. A little beard in every kiss.
It would be my pleasure. Can you imagine if your beards got tangled? I don't know if that could happen, but I don't want to find out.
Yeah, when's the last time you washed that thing? Wow.
He just has to keep himself from burning it off in the forge.
Get
a leather bin? Okay, fine.
Well, there's that, but then he gets all the smoke and ash in his beard because he's working next to a fire all the time.
I'm sure he can rinse that out, right? Alright.
Now, we all know how clean the dung ages were.
See, I hate the eternal, never-ending tutorial. I always hate those. You know, my customers are wanting armor and swords, and the game's like, no, you need to craft a masterpiece of cloth. But they want swords and armor!
I'm a salesman, not a craftsman.
Flawless shirt!
Like, how do you...
Upgrade to epic.
It doesn't even make sense that your character can craft this.
I don't know. A tailor walked in and said, I'll teach you how to make shirts and leather gloves.
I don't care what the tailor said. The shopkeeper actually making all these individual specialized items, bullshit. Doesn't have the time, the energy.
I have a design somewhere for my own shopkeep game, and I have a lot of ideas for how you combine things. I like the idea of combining it kind of with a princess maker kind of thing, where you're raising kids and they're learning different skills, and some of the stuff would be them making items and things.
Yeah, well, because it would be kind of fun to make
I'm gonna go to the city.
It'd be kind of fun to make this type of game where you are talking.
Wow, everyone in this town is level 1. They all suck.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of fun to just make this type of game where you keep making deals with people and they give you supplies and material. It'd be a logistics thing.
I just invested all my money in the tailor for some reason.
And you're coordinating people to work with each other, and that's how you combine items. Is you get the tailor to work with the saddlesmith, to get them to work with the blacksmith, and then you get like these fancy reins for your horse or something. Fancy saddles and fancy rein. And you're always trying to think of the pipeline of who works with who, coordinating with who, to get the supplies made and sold. Because
that could make sense.
Well, because that gives you the ability to make a variety store, because that's what you want.
I was thinking about guilds, different guilds you could work with.
You could also do that with guilds, coordinating with guilds, because I think that'd be the second stage of the game. The first stage would just be a bunch of people, and then when you get enough money, then it goes to guilds, and then they can do more complex things. So it'd be like a fold-out game. The longer you play, the more depth it gets, till it's like Factorio or something at the end.
I'm expecting this to have a dungeon element, because it's borrowing from the model of Raceteer and Moonlighter. I still haven't played Moonlighter. You'll need a brave team of heroes! It's coming.
Yeah. I wouldn't have the brave team of heroes. I would remove that. I'd just be doing the coordinating.
Yeah, I think that as much as
it needs to be a thinking mathematical game.
It's because Raceteer invented it with dungeon crawling, and they were kind of sad dungeons, but the two sides of the game helped each other a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, take the dungeon out and put a different secondary element in.
Well, that's what I was saying. Just put the guild stuff. If I wanted to do dungeons and a shopkeep, I mean, the idea is fascinating and it can work, but it would take a lot of things.
It's like I got 2 customers that want to sell things, and the game's just like, no, tutorial, go over here, click this. It's like, stop it.
Because
how about a thief? They're free to hire. Yes, but they're a thief. I don't want them in my shop.
Do you? Look, Green Arrow.
Spellcaster. Oh, look, those are free to hire. Look, I'll just do what you want, okay? Reuben? No.
Roy
What's a good name for a thief?
Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. Biv? You want the rainbow in there?
I don't know. I'm just throwing names out there.
I'm looking for skeezy, underhanded.
Slacker.
Slacker? Yeah, sure, why not?
It sounds lazy.
Click on the city button. Boy, those 2 customers are very patient. We're going to go off on a quest into the, I guess, the Elven Woods.
But the thing here is that the problem with mixing dungeons with shops is that dungeons are skill-based. Shops aren't as much.
Well, it's a type of resource management. To me, the combination would make a lot more sense. There are ways you could do. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean that you tend to be good at one or the other. Like people play Diablo a lot.
No,
really good at the dungeons.
I mean that they can be more than the sum of their parts.
Well, I'm just saying,
it's like why you're. There's a good argument from Mark Brown on why they put terrible puzzles in God of War. And everyone agrees that puzzles are complete shit.
Well, no. We're in a different territory.
It makes the whole game better.
Well, we're in different territory here, because there's a very big different argument on that one. Very, very, very different. There's breaking up gameplay, and then there is not breaking up gameplay.
Anyway, the important thing is it's a 2.
Yeah.
You need 2 systems that feed into each other.
Well,
so the dungeoneering...
Can you hear me out first? Before
you out?
I can say that, with Reciteer and other ones here, it's like you spend an hour at the shop, and then you spend like 2 hours in the dungeon, and then 2 hours in the shop, and these long sections in each.
Yeah, and the way they implemented it
was not right. I'm saying that
So you'd have to.
that combination could work extremely well.
Well, no. So I was just trying to go into what would need to change to make it work. I said one of the big things that would need to change.
Supposedly, Moonlighter did really good on the dungeons.
No, I saw it. It did not. It did not.
It didn't?
It did not.
That's what I heard, was that the dungeon crawling was really good in it.
Not from what I could tell.
And that the shopkeeping was where it failed. That's what I heard.
From what I could see, I was not impressed. I did not want to play it because I wouldn't have looked into other genre. I just like no.
That's it. That's the entire genre. There's 2 games.
There's other things that have done similar things. I'm just like no. None of them look particularly.
But to me, I think that a Princess Maker type thing where you've got kids and that they're gaining different skills and abilities and helping you with the shop.
Yeah.
To me, that would work very well.
There's a bunch of ways you could make it work, but I'm just saying, specifically with the dungeons there, one of the big things is that if you have a 10-floor dungeon that is just skill-based and you can just run down there, players will be trying to, with nothing, get all the way down to floor 10.
If they can do it, they can do it.
I know,
I think...
But that's kind of where...
All right, let's...
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to flesh out the thing here. This is a problem because trying to balance that out with the management of the shop is kind of hard. And so that's what I'd be going the root problem. The first thing you need to solve is that.
I don't think that it should be hard to solve at all. I don't think it should be a hard thing to solve.
Well, that'd be where a lot of my contemplation would be going. How do I get it so that you're roughly on par with the shop, with the dungeon, that the two kind of go up together?
As long as it doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. You just want them to feed into each other.
Well, I mean, they can feed into each other, but the problem is when you've finished all the dungeon and you haven't finished the shopping yet, the game kind of starts falling apart.
No, it doesn't. Okay, you know the game Rogue Legacy?
Mm-hmm.
You played it?
Mm-hmm.
There are players who go into the game and beat it when they're level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean the game is hopelessly broken and no good?
Again, this depends.
If your game has skill, that means if there's any skill at all...
It's kind of like hooking Zelda 2 to Rogue Legacy and going half the game is Rogue Legacy, half the game is Zelda 2. And they're very different. And so that you spend a little bit of time in Zelda 2, you get really good. Then you're forced into Rogue Legacy, but you can beat that in a minute, and then you're stuck in there for 2 hours because the two halves don't fit.
I don't see it that way. I disagree.
Okay. Well, I spend a long time thinking game design, and so that's something that I would be like grinding my gears on.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to play this game and the tutorials just won't stop. I thought they were going to finally leave me alone.
Music is louder than your chat.
Oh shit, is it?
Alright. Well, the music is
wish
turned off
somebody had told me. Well, I put it on the headphones.
Okay.
I wish somebody had mentioned
just
that
arguing
earlier.
as usual. I'm talking game design, and I love talking game design. I love problem solving.
No. Go away!
Game design is like a Rubik's Cube to me, where you just keep turning it and figuring it out until you get something that works.
I'm all about the game design, but I think, what do you want? Oh my gosh!
Oh no, we're in agreement anytime we remove the dungeon, because that's pretty straightforward.
I think you could make a very,
I'm not,
good
I've
shopkeeping dungeon crawl.
Well, I've never argued that you can't. Our disagreement is very specific on very specific lines. I'm not saying it can't be done. I just said it'd have to be done with care.
Yes, and Rassatir did not give it a lot of care.
Well, one of the reasons it didn't give it care is because you could just wander around the dungeon endlessly, and so you spent hours in there going, well, do I want to return to the shop or do I want to remain here?
So in Rassatir, here was the thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It takes so many time units to run the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
You had a crippling debt that was always inbound. You wanted to make the money to not die, to not be homeless.
Well, I meant that the game's...
The problem was, it didn't matter how good you were at the dungeons were always a bad place to go because you always lose money when you go in the dungeon.
I don't know why you focused on that.
So you have no reason to ever go in a dungeon.
To me, it's the other way around. The dungeon was the only fun place to be.
The dungeons were boring as hell. The shopkeeping side was all the fun.
I don't know. I had more fun in the dungeons. It was really weird because I just was crushing everything, and then I get to the shop and I was kind of bored.
The shopkeeping to me was the whole game, and as a dungeon crawler, It's
The
a
dungeon-
poor one.
I never say the dungeons work great,
Because there
but
are so many
there was-
games that have better dungeon
but I
crawling.
just felt more freedom and more things, and so it was just a very different style of gameplay. And so I was like, these aren't meshing together very well. It felt like two different games pitted against each other.
There's a lot of ways you could plug the mechanics together and make it work very well. You can really put the two together.
Oh yeah, that's what I'd spend weeks on it. I'd send you a
doesn't-
script and it would work.
But it really doesn't matter if some player is so ridiculously skilled that they clear all the dungeons.
Well,
It's like, okay, they cleared all the dungeons.
well, it does and it doesn't, because it does because
Speedrunner's gonna speedrun.
well,
Okay?
it's nothing to do with speedrunners. It's more to do with if you can speed run one section of the game and you can't speed run the other, so, and
I'm
you're
just
forced
gonna
to do
send this
both.
guy away.
That's a problem. Because that will make an area really dull and boring.
We did a co-op game where one one's the shop and the other one is dungeon diving. That's an interesting thought.
Co-op could be fun. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's interesting, asymmetrical gameplay.
Asymmetrical gameplay, I think, would be a solution. That is actually a good solution. Because to me, I don't know. Bouncing between styles of gameplay is always a bit risky, depending on what you do.
I've researched how to make a shiv. What do I make it out of? Toilet paper? Like prisoners?
That's something I always think about when I'm doing game design. Going, how do I make this thing most engaging for everybody?
Split screen? No, sorry, it's 2021. Split screen doesn't exist anymore. Every single gaming company agrees that was never a thing that ever happened.
I like split screen in SNDX.
I like split screen. I don't know why. Every single company just refuses to implement it anymore. What? Oh no! I have run out of iron.
The irony.
This guy wants swords. I can't make them. I don't have iron. Oh my gosh. I think I understand the gameplay mechanics now.
It's pay to win. Oh no.
Well, I knew there was going to be a little of that, but I'm afraid everything is going to be weight. Well. Oh, damn you! I just
Had a feeling. I had a
Ah, come on. All right. No, it's okay. I have like hundreds of gold. All I need to do. Okay. 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 So all I need to do is, let's see. Design, furniture, expand. Huh. Okay, that costs more than the money I have. Okay. Furniture. Okay. Apparently a freaking bin is more than I can afford. I see.
Lots of waiting involved.
I'm not seeing the way to set up the shop to get different customers. There was a whole system in Rasseteer where you'd set up, there were windows where you could put items in the windows and then you'd paint and wallpaper and everything. It was cool. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know. I've always been a very picky gamer, so that's on me. My favorite games have always been 2D platformers.
Yeah.
By far, and I can't tell you why. It just is.
What do you want now?
There's a handful of RPGs I
Game.
like.
Okay.
A few racing games.
Apparently, because I crafted a shiv, I get a table and 10 gems, and I can purchase a decoration.
Yeah.
But at least it's the furniture for me. I want to place the furniture.
Yeah,
The
make something else.
tutorial
That
never
you'll have to
ends.
supply stuff for others faster. Well, I used to play this on mobile for like a month. Okay, mobile. Okay. Yeah, I should have said mobile earlier. I guess Clash of Clans. I'm like, I know I've seen these models before. Like, this is the art style. It's a very popular one. It might be all the YouTube ads for the type of games that I've been seeing.
We're gonna do the Okay, small talk. All right, there's a new system appearing here. This could be something. Okay. So I can raise and lower the price like Rasseteer, but I can also make small talk for some reason.
It'd be like if
Where are we going with this?
it'd kind of be like if the Hanna-Barbera art style took off and like literally everybody was doing it, more than just
I'm gonna
Hanna-Barbera.
send these guys to go hunt glowing mushrooms
Just watch
for
a Disney
15
movie.
minutes.
And it's Hanna-Barbera art style.
Okay, small talk.
Anyways, I'm gonna head out.
That gives me lightning bolts.
Have a wonderful night, chat. I gotta be up early tomorrow. And
It's a resource. Raising the price is a resource?
Oh,
I don't understand.
Concepts
I
are
don't
breaking down.
understand.
reality's coming to an end. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm building things out of raising prices. Abstract
Oh, great. No
concept
customers
equals...
want to come here. There's a multi-craft event. For a limited time, all your crafts have... Oh, I've been seeing that happen, actually. To-do list. Small talk with 2 customers. Discount. Why is that a... Okay, fine, whatever. You.
You're getting a discount.
You're getting a discount. Congratulations. You have no say in the matter.
Oh, you'd be backfired just while talking to her. I mean, you felt bad because
Actually,
that didn't work.
Yeah, did you ever figure out the shopkeeping in Rasseteer?
No, I did.
You wanted a chain. If you sold something to someone for too little money, they'd think there was something wrong with the product and they'd be unhappy. If you charge them too much, even though you can get away with it to a certain extent, they're unhappy. And so what you'd eventually figure out is the correct balance for each customer, so that you'd be getting that they'd walk away happy, and the more happy customers, the better. And it would help you level up the shop, and as you level up the shop, you got access to all kinds of features and things, fusing items, changing all kinds of stuff, vending machines, and then of course there's the other merchant that's your rival. That's stupid. So you overcharge her like crazy on everything. It's like, I'm so glad I have a rival. It's just like, you're just trying to pay your debt. You don't care.
You have the infinite debt cycle. After you finish, you can just keep paying.
Uh,
Into oblivion.
No, actually, when you paid off the debt, it just became free play.
Well, I thought that there was another mode you could put in that would keep ramping up the debt to see how long it would last.
Don't remember. I think that was a mode, actually.
Yeah, it forever goes up. No, stop. No. I've paid you half the planet. You want more? There's not much more of the planet I can give you.
So I guess what you do is you give discounts to people buying cheap things.
Man,
You spend big money. I don't want a guild. No, go away. I don't want one.
I mean, like, if
No, go away. I'm playing by myself. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. All right, I've had enough of this one.
If I ever made a game like this, like Reciteer, it'd definitely be a gag game, because by the end you're paying like trillions of dollars. I'd be like, yeah, you have more money than entire countries have. You are a sovereign nation at this point.
There's a few alternate kinds of gameplay that would go really well together with the shop. The dungeons are the one everyone's doing, so I'd go with something else. But there are other kinds you could mix with it too.
Oh, we're back to that. I'll just jesting and making other jokes.
Yeah, I mean, you could do weirdly weird things. You could create a shopkeeper game that's a platformer. You could create a shopkeeper game that's a match-3 puzzle game.
Well, the weirdest...
Every time somebody customer comes to buy and sell, you're opening up a puzzle game, like a Tetris game or something, whatever, and you're trying to get the best haggling deal. You could combine it with any number of different things.
I think that just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Well, that's true too now.
I would I wouldn't want a racing shop game.
Oh, that would be. How would you do that? Oh my gosh. Okay,
the customer makes the order and you gotta run it over.
You're a car shop. You sell cars. You sell carts and items used in the races, and for some reason, yeah, you've got your own team that you're funding, that you want to win the races, because if they win the races using your cars, everyone will want your cars.
Man, can you imagine?
Hold on, we can do this.
We're in far enough. I was going to suggest the next horrible one, the shopkeeper trading collectible card game.
No, actually, that would work perfectly. Trading collectible. That would.
No, I mean, you're actually playing cards with them. It's constantly matching the cards.
Yeah, that would work perfectly.
It'd frustrate me really quickly.
That one would work.
I just want to sell. Why do they keep pulling out their kids' card game and challenging me?
No, like you got a deck of cards and everything about the shop is you're drawing and you playing cards.
Well, that was one of the weirdest games I saw as a game challenge on the Game Jam. Was somebody mixing a tower defense with a collectible card game.
I can totally see it.
So that you had to get all these cards in your deck here that spawned up, and that was your towers. So it's randomly generating the towers you could put down.
Yeah.
And it made all these nightmare problems. The further you saw it, the more you saw these ideas did not work.
I could do it.
Through sheer inevitability, maybe.
I could do it. I could design it.
But I think one of the best and easiest ones to make, best combos, would be Minecraft Shopkeeper. Harvesting resources like in Terraria or Minecraft, where you can just pick up items, milk things, and
well, in that
Harvest
case,
Moon even.
Well, in that case, I mean, you could do it with any RPG, Pokemon, anything. What you do is you'd set up a garden where things are growing all the time, while just constantly, and you'd set up a shop, and the shop is you're bringing items back to it, but the shop is running while you're going around the map doing your thing. Yeah,
and then you have your crafting table. Like, you don't even need zombies, you don't need skeletons, you don't need monsters. You're just crafting, collecting items, selling.
Yeah. It would work.
And that would be one of the most straightforward combos that would work pretty well.
Yeah. I know, this game had some ideas, but the moment you tell me I'm forced to play guilds, I'm
Mario
done.
platformer with shop.
You've already failed to connect to the server twice. Okay, it wasn't a good idea.
Hadriex wants 4 other players on the internet joining him on the guild.
I don't want 4 other people in my shop. I just want to play my shop. I don't need any of this. No, I'm done. Sorry, Patrick. This is the bridge I won't cross.
Now you have a meme template for Hadriex.
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. I had higher hopes. It turned out this was just a mobile game.
Yeah.
And it's like everything is a timer. How fast does the iron fill up in your bucket? A timer. How fast does a timer, and everything is spend real money to make it fast. And I'm like,
Chat, this is your chance. Screenshot this. You got a meme for Hadriex. Anytime you want to have Hadriex Bane, pull up Guild Finder. It will drive him away from whatever it is.
Man, I very rarely join guilds in a game, and when I do, I tend to get fiercely loyal for some reason. So I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Unless I'm serious about a game.
But Hadriex is just in the middle of an RPG. This is the hardest boss I've ever fought in Guild Finder. I can't do it, chat. I can't do it. I'm not going away.
Yeah.
I'm stirring up the meme community.
We'll, yeah, I don't know what we'll do tomorrow yet. I still need to see if I can get Kingmaker working. I just want to finish it. It's so annoying.
Once Hadriex finishes Kingmaker, he needs to find Queenmaker.
Oh, you mean Long Live the Queen?
I think that's not quite the same.
Yeah, we're going to be doing Star Ocean the Second Story next.
I
want to finish Kingmaker first.
How about Star Ocean the First Story?
I mean, I could play that too, but,
I don't think that's what it's called.
It's a good game. I forget what they named it. They gave it some funny name when they finally brought it over to the U.S. like a decade after it was. They gave it some name, Star Ocean, and then like a title or something. I forget what they called it.
Yeah, I don't know if the first one was good or not. But
it is.
Okay.
It even has a bonus dungeon. It's a good game, but the second one is the best.
Yeah, you guys might poke Lunar too as well.
Before you research your next spell and caster of magic, gotta join my guild. No.
Yeah, that should just be a recurring meme. Just anytime Hadriex comes.
Why are you sharing my Achilles heel with the audience?
When he's happy, and then just suddenly this pops up. Ah!
You know, it's annoying. YouTube doesn't let people post images in chat.
Yeah.
They'll let them get away with emoji, and that's it. Man, chat would be so much better if it had the functionality to handle JPEGs.
Well, now chat can just say Guild Fighter in chat anytime, and that will be their JPEG. You'll know what they mean.
Great, now my Discord's going to be haunted by guild finders. Alright, anyway, I'm shutting this down. I never got... Wow, the escape key, it does nothing.
Alt-tab.
It never even let me adjust it to make it windowed mode or anything. It was so obnoxious to set it up because it was full screen.
The mobile game mobile, don't you?
And just filled everything up, yeah.
Hey, Buster.
Stupid. And then I still don't know why my camera died. I can only assume that the game just really hated my camera. Anyway, I'm going to have to use Task Manager to kill
You joined a
this
bit late,
again, maybe.
Buster. Or, sorry.
Oh, no, it died. Oh, good. You want to... Yes. No, I want to build a new city. Start as a timer. Okay, now I'm going to go on an adventure in this cave. I'm sending in 9 paladins. It starts a timer.
So
So
you need to talk to the guy working on Master Magic.
Yes, we'll make Idol of Magic.
Yes, we just need to add timers to every unit you want to... Gotta wait 10 minutes before you can even click to build the house.
You want to build a building? Hold on.
You've used up all your currency for the day.
I mean, I like idle games. I mean, look at this. I've got 4 of them open right now, which is probably more than I should have. I've got this one. I've got this one. I've got this one. I've got... No, that's not it. Sorry, wrong one. This one. Like, I do like idle games, but I kind of despise that style.
I do consider this to be an idle game of its own.
YouTube?
Yes.
I mean, it kind of is. But I mean, this is different than that. This doesn't say, okay, I want to put a potion here, and then it poops up a timer that says 5 minutes till it's done constructing. Pay $5 to make it instantaneous. Like, it doesn't do that.
Like Dungeon Monster 2 or something like that. The sequel game that had you pay to speed up digging tunnels. That was like a 2016 game that was horrifically...
Yeah, I mean, this game, okay, to be fair, the Yggdrasil only produces fruit like once a day. Okay, to be fair, there are some, you know, we are putting resources in, and the time does happen. Like, it's just... There's a difference between this and what was going on in that game.
The other one feels more predatory. And,
yeah, that's a good word for it. It feels predatory.
And infuriating.
It feels like the timers aren't there because that's the gameplay. It feels like the timers are there to try to get you to spend money.
Oh! I should mention the Harry Potter mobile game.
Do I dare? What horror is this?
It was amazing. Literally, the first sequence of the game, the characters get grabbed by these vines that are killing them. And you have to struggle to get out. You literally can't unless you buy currency. You cannot get through the thing the game throws at you. It's literally impossible. Somebody was playing it, and they're just laughing because it's just like so insane watching the characters die. Like, you bought this for your kid, and now your kid's crying, no! Harry just died!
Okay, it's okay. Oh, God, I have to spend money to get the... Okay, look, see, they're alive. It's fine.
For 5 more minutes, they're alive.
And then they start drowning. Uh-oh.
I don't know what sadistic person made that or why. That is the cruelest thing I've seen in a long time.
What's currently the most unpopular movie or character?
Star Wars is pretty high up there.
Okay, petition. Give whoever made that the rights to Star Wars.
Ray just starts drowning. Help! Help! I'm hitting the struggle button. She's not getting out. She's not getting out. Gotta spend $5.
Use your money to use the Force. The force of money! That's the only one. That's the only force we recognize here.
The other big meme going around is that The Last of Us is getting a remake on the
Last of
PlayStation
Us?
5.
Wasn't that the one that everyone was super disappointed in?
No, the sequel, Last of Us 2.
Okay, because everyone liked the game, and then suddenly everyone hated the game.
The sequel.
Okay, the sequel.
Yeah, so
okay.
So now he had a 10 out of 10 first game, and then he had a 0 out of 10 second game. And so he's like, this isn't balanced, like all things should be. Thanos hold the blade. And so he's going back to remaster the first one.
We're going to remaster the
remake it,
first one.
remake it.
Remake it.
So it's going to be a 0 out of 10 for both of them.
Is it the same team who made the second one? I see. Obviously, we got the thing that people liked. That was our mistake. Let's try again.
We're going to add Abby to the first one because they really liked her in the second game. The villain who killed the guy everybody likes.
Okay.
We're just going to retcon her into the first game now, and you get to play as her the whole game.
I mean, if she kills the character everyone likes, then you it's like once you figured out that everyone hates Jar Jar Binks, you know that everyone hates this guy. Now you can use that.
Yeah, now you can make your perfect game, and you're going to throw Jar Jar Binks all over it.
Man, if you made Jar Jar Binks and Scrappy Doo the adventure, people would play it. If you talked Scooby-Doo and Disney.
What about loot boxes and caster magic?
Don't bring that up.
Loot boxes are fine if they don't have timers, right?
And they put timers on them too. And they do sneaky bullshit with them. Like here's the boxes. You need to buy the keys.
Well, the fun thing,
you got the blue box you earned in your inventory.
Well, the fun thing with Jar Jar Binks here is that there's 1,000 things you could do with them that would work, and you could even get the original voice actor because he liked playing Jar Jar Binks.
Nah, what you do is you just have Mario hop on him. He's got the long tongue attack.
Yeah.
And then Mario can jump and then jump off him. And everyone will be happy.
Splash.
Everyone will be happy.
I still like the Darth.
I'm not even totally against the concept of the loot box. I'm just against all the implementations.
I do like the.
But back in the day, Dawn of the Dragons, it's dead now. Doggone it. There was a game that did monetization extremely well. They actually walked away from money to make their game a better game. And you could get anything in the game without spending real life money. But you couldn't have all of it.
The best Star Wars theories were Jar Jar Binks. That was really funny. That Jar Jar Binks was a Sith Lord. Like using all this weird evidence in the show that weirdly lines up with what other characters do.
My favorite line from Star Wars: "Only the Sith speak in absolutes." Sir, have you examined the sentence you just gave me? It's like, come on.
Yeah. But that one and Obi-Wan being a clone. Obi-Wan.
He can totally be a clone. Yeah.
Yeah. People really liked that.
I mean,
those were the
they had cloned Jedi.
Yeah. So everyone was expecting that to go in the prequels. It's going to be the reveal here that. The reason why Obi-Wan didn't know his father, because it's a clone.
Yeah. I mean,
he did tell you the truth.
I mean, it's the Clone Wars. Why not? Where was I? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not totally against the concepts that are used in monetization. It's just that they became so predatory about
Clash of Clans, man. Clash of Clans really did it.
I've never played that one, but
That's the big one.
There was a company called Synapticon. Every time I played one of their games, I'd be like, this is a really cool game. Stop reaching for my wallet. Get your hands out of my pockets. And I'd go and I'd stop playing it. And then I'd be playing a game, and it'd always turn out it was Synapticon again.
Yeah. I like Buster saying, but hence why I've given up on the Last of Us series. I'm glad I still have one on PS3. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't.
Whatever they did in Game 2 seems to have really killed it. And I've had series killed for me. Actually, John X just read a novel, and I was telling him, like, book 4 is good again. And he's just like, book 3 is so bad. I'm like, yeah, book 3 was pretty bad. But book 4 is good again.
With all these big projects, they go
rant at me for like an hour or two on the phone about how bad the book is. And it's like...
With these games and franchises, when they go bad, they never go back. They never go back.
With novels, I've seen it repeatedly where they do. They just have a bad book in the middle of a series.
Yeah, well, that's
it's
novelists.
Weird.
But I would say with movie guys and other things, they don't tend to have bad ones. They seem to just go bad and stay bad. I don't know why that is. Star Wars has not picked up. Doctor Who has not picked up.
I mean, I liked Rogue One. It was okay.
Yeah, but that was not Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, wasn't that an old script from back in the day?
Yes.
And it was
you can tell when the old script came in because it was heads and shoulders above everything else being made.
It's funny because I watched the first one of the new movies, and it was kind of fun. But after I left the theater, I'm like, I have no reason to watch another movie of this. Like, the villain was already being defeated by somebody who had just picked up a lightsaber for the first time in her life. There is no threat. None.
Well, the big question is why...
And so I skipped all the rest of them. I didn't watch Solo. I didn't watch...
But the big question here is, why is this guy losing to the lady with light? Why was he picked to be a Sith Lord? What about it? What is a good
Sith
quality?
Lord?
Yes.
I thought he was just a kid that really liked Darth Vader. I just imagine him sitting in his room listening to music his parents don't like.
I'm trying to wonder why the Empire had any respect for him. Why he was promoted to any position.
He just throws tantrums.
I know, like he shouldn't have had any power.
His first moment on screen was so cool. Like when he had the mask on, he steps out, he holds out his hand and stops a blaster bolt in midair. It's like, whoa, this guy's awesome! And then he takes the mask off and opens his mouth. And you're like, this guy's terrible! Go away! And it's like, you gotta have a good villain. You gotta have a good villain in that kind of movie.
Yeah, Andre, you can't read through a bad book to get to a good book. Well, apparently you can. Same with a lot of anime where they say it gets better from episode 50 or so. Ooh, yeah. That's rugged. That's like Negima. Negima gets good after a while, but...
Well, I liked the manga. I like the show. I like the show with the chupacabra in it.
But it takes like 30 chapters to really get rolling.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, Tower of God, which I'm nearing the end of. It takes a while for that manhwa to get its act together.
Don't watch hours of bad TV to get to watch good TV. Well, yeah, I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. I can say the first season is not that great.
But it had Dalek. It was a good episode.
Yeah, but it had Aztecs and the Romans.
We don't talk about those.
And the French Revolution. Like, it's the second season onwards through season 17.
I really like the second, third, and fourth Doctors.
The second, third, and fourth are amazing.
I have a lot of respect for William Hartnell. I mean, he basically created all the lore and everything, and I like him. I just like him.
Well, if you ever forward, I'll watch him First Doctor with you. His second and his third season are so good.
You've never seen the movie The Mouse That Roars? But William Hartnell's in it. I was so surprised. I'm like, it's him! Because he was an actor back then and was in all kinds of stuff.
Well, all the more.
Yeah.
There's a movie with a second and third Doctor in it.
Oh, that's
it's before they were even doctors.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird comedy.
Yeah.
I've seen The Master in a whole bunch of ads and stuff.
Yep. Bad math.
But yeah, no, I said Hartnell's second season begins with Planet of the Giants, where the TARDIS has shrunk down, and they're running into ants and all these other things. It has a more comedic tone. The first Doctor is a lot more happy-go-lucky. And just the whole season is just a lot more fun. The third season has some of the coolest episodes, but they're missing, and it's tragic.
What happened? Why do you stop in the isopod?
But yeah, no. To anybody watching Doctor Who, Anybody watching Doctor Who at all? The third Doctor and fourth Doctor is where it's at. The second Doctor is my favorite.
The second Doctor has some really good episodes.
He's my absolute favorite, but he's hit and miss. The third, fourth Doctor, you can pick an episode at random. Any of their seasons.
Well, not the final season.
Well, we don't talk about
the fourth Doctor.
Yeah.
His very last season, the director wanted to get rid of him, and you can tell that he's just not happy.
All the episodes are really weird and don't make sense.
And the scripts are kind of
terrible,
different.
Yeah. So seasons
different
7 through 17, you can pick basically any episode. You can just throw a dart at the board, and you're going to have a good episode.
Yeah, so anyway, I've got a couple of these videos to put out, guys. I'm currently building up for the Candylands. Yeah, I got to do a bunch of film editing and cutting to get the next one together. But at the moment, I'm trying to get enough badly drawn starmen, BDSM, to upgrade this stick so that my hordes of millions of killbots and friends will be strong enough to conquer the Candylands.
I like that. David Tennant is my Doctor Who. Well, Tom Baker gave his approval of David Tennant. That's good enough for me.
David Tennant was good. He was the first actor I've accepted as the Doctor since Tom Baker. Like, I'm sorry, I know the fifth has a ton of fans, and there's nothing wrong with the sixth Doctor, the actor. The seventh had some good episodes, but none of them were the Doctor. Same with, what's his name? Eccleston. He had some great episodes, but he just never was the Doctor. And then David Tennant comes in, and he nails the role. That's the Doctor!
Yep.
And it's so weird to say, because you look at the first four Doctors, and they're such radically different characters. And yet somehow, they're all the Doctor.
Yeah. The 11th sort of became the Doctor in his final season. In the final season, in the last little bit.
Which one's that?
That was Matt Smith.
The guy who came after?
Yeah.
He looked like he was okay.
It's his final season where he finally gets better at acting, and he starts actually acting sort of like the Doctor. But it took 2 seasons to get there.
The scripts. I couldn't stand the scripts.
Capaldi, the 12th Doctor, you didn't see the old man?
Oh, he looks the part.
He is the Doctor.
He looked like it, but I was so done with the show. I was so done with the show. I refused to even look at it.
The writers wrecked him. His second and especially his third season. His third season was so terrible.
He looked the part. I'm sure that he's good as an actor, but it was the season. It was before that. The season, whatever the season was that had the space whale.
That was the first season to Matt Smith.
I watched that season. Every episode, I was like, that was terrible. Why did I watch that? And every time, scenes from Next Time looked so good. I'm like, oh, it's got Daleks. Oh, it's got some... And then I watched the episode, and I'm like, that was horrible. And then, oh my gosh, they're bringing back the Weeping Angels. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, man, what was that? And it's like, I think the very end of the season was actually good. Mm-hmm. I think their finale was actually okay, but I was so fed up with having been strung along for a season of shit.
Yeah, no.
So many of the episodes were so bad, I just said, I am never watching your show again, no matter what you do. And so, yeah, it's like I see the old guy, and I'm like, yeah, that guy looks like the Doctor.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not going to watch you.
Yeah,
Screw you.
I could show you the good
done.
episodes.
No, I'm done.
They wrecked it.
I don't care what they do.
Well, they had the perfect idea. It anchors me to my core, where the 12th Doctor here is in a classroom teaching students.
That could be fun.
It's an entire season where he can't leave Earth, and he's...
Wait, they do an entire season of him as a school teacher?
And this could have been amazing. Could have been amazing.
Could have.
Because it's a throwback to the teachers at the school. And it's kind of a weird symmetry, and it works. Except it's these writers. And just he's the worst teacher that has ever existed. Anytime you get one of his lectures,
Clearly, they just needed that. No. I know what they need to do. The teacher in the next room, the main character from Third Rock from the Sun. The asshole teacher that's got the class that can't understand what he's teaching because he's constantly giving them, like, advanced alien science concepts, and they're just like, they're just obviously there just because they have to. That would be the next room over, and then take the old guy from Futurama and put him across. Now that's... Send me a check. That's my concept for a series. I will sell it to whoever wants the rights to that.
Just his bullshit talking about how time works, how this works. I'm like, stop. The more you talk,
don't
the
explain.
dumber everything sounds.
Please don't explain how time works, because you're going to contradict half of your lore. Time works differently depending on who the writer is.
My favorite
we
episode,
accept this about Doctor Who.
My favorite episode is like partway through. He gets like so many dumb things happen. He got blinded for a few episodes. He got he temporarily leaves the Earth to the 1800s. And
leaves the Earth to the 1800s.
Well, the temporary, like he's supposed to remain in.
He turns the world into the 1800s.
No, he visits the 1800s.
Oh, he time travels. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to leave the present, but he does because. They can't keep to a concept.
I mean,
the concept is simple. You should stay like the Third Doctor did this thing. There's a template for it. How to stay in the current age for a season, and you could do fun.
Well,
things.
you have to start by giving him a yellow car.
Yes,
that's where it begins with Bessie.
He could pull it out of the mothballs any point in time he wants. They talked about in the series where it's at. It's the military still has it under mothballs, and so they can pull it out any time.
Then why not?
I don't know.
I mean, come on.
So either way, he ends up dealing with the Martian warriors.
Farnsworth, isn't that the name of the guy from Futurama?
Yeah,
Dr. Farnsworth. Yeah, him across the street. Just do it. Just have the three of them.
But yeah, he's talking to the Martians, the Ice Warriors, from the Second Doctor era.
Yeah.
They've shown up a few times. And he runs into their queen and goes, the queen's like, I don't talk to men.
Okay.
Yeah, no, literally his companion has to talk to her because she will not listen to men talking. I'm like, this is so dumb.
It's just a difficult person.
This is so dumb. No, the entire message, this whole entire season was politics. It was very clear. This was, she was
See, a competent writer would say, there's a person who refuses to listen to somebody because of prejudice. Later, this is going to get them in trouble.
Not in this show.
Not in that show, huh? Okay, fine. Anyway, I don't care. I really don't care what they do.
I know. It's just frustrating because they had a really good actor.
They could declare that the next Doctor is a dog, and I wouldn't care. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. You killed the series ages ago. I don't care.
I got that. I'm just personally angry at what they did to the 12th Doctor. Cause
it's fine. No, we'll become rich. We'll create our own show called Dentist What, and then we'll hire him, and we'll hire some competent writers. And all will be right with the world.
Capaldi, he dressed like the Third Doctor. He wanted to be in for 5 seasons. They fired him without telling him.
They fired him without telling him?
Among other things. Like, they raked him over. They ruined his character. They fired him without telling. Like, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
The depths they went to.
I would have loved to have been the Doctor, but not for the show they're making now.
And the most hilarious thing was that people were really excited when Capaldi got announced.
I can totally understand. Like, oh my gosh, I can, and then fired without being told. Ugh.
Hey, chat, have you ever heard the theory? Were you around during the time when Capaldi first got announced? People were so excited for Capaldi because they thought that there was foreshadowing. There's going to be this great event that happened. Never happened. That's beside the point. But they were like, Capaldi, one of the first things he says when he regenerates and sees himself, because his first episode was terrible. The dinosaur ate the TARDIS and coughed it out. And
what? What?
Weird stuff.
The dinosaur ate the TARDIS.
The first.
Who wrote this? Oh my gosh!
His first episode was bad, but at the very end when he's looking at the mirror and seeing himself, and commenting on stuff, I've seen this face before.
I've seen this face before.
Well, he has. He saw it in Pompeii as the 10th Doctor.
Oh, he was one of
It's
the
the
extras.
same actor from Pompeii.
Oh!
And so people are like, oh boy, it's happening. We're going to get a throwback to Pompeii where the 12th Doctor and the 10th Doctor were the same area.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And it was going to be a thing where the 10th Doctor gave up on Pompeii, the 12th Doctor fixes it.
Yeah, sure.
Like, this was such a big theory when I was watching. We were all waiting. It never happened. Like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah, that's just throwing away. That's just... They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They just don't know. Anyway, we're done for today.
Yeah. Me ranting about Doctor Who goes on forever.
Yes. We're nerds. It's what we do. So, tomorrow, hopefully, will be Kingmaker. If it isn't fixed by tomorrow, then we'll do something random and see if I can fix it the next day.
Doctor What and V? Oncologist How.
Dentist what?
Oncologist How. That's definitely the name of the show. Oncologist How. I'm writing that down. That's definitely the name of the show. Oncologist Podiatrist win.
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician win.
We need another question. Why? Pediatrician, why?
Gynecologist why?
Oh, hold on. Gynecologist. Let's see. We've got who, what, when. Doctor. Gynecologist when. God, that has to be a parody that already exists. It must already have been made by someone on one of those late night shows that's really off color with their humor. Gynecologist who? Or no, sorry, when?
I don't think so. I think we're
We
deranged.
can't figure out what's wrong with you. We must travel back to your past to get the diagnosis. I have 2 companions. Yo, I met them at a bar in the future. What? Are they also gynecologists? No! They're just 2 drunk guys that I hang with.
So, the second best Doctor Who you're going to find is in Murphy's Law.
Milo Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh, Milo Murphy's Law is a show, but I think I preferred
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb. But
They had Dr. Wynn in there.
But Milo Murphy's kind of fun, and Weird Al Yankovic plays the main character, and he does a surprisingly good job of playing a teenage kid.
The guy doesn't age. He's a vampire.
Clearly, he's young at heart.
He also sounds young.
Until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off.
And Schneider.
Bye.
Bye.